All right, let's dive into Mumbai today.
Mm.
We're trying to get a real feel for this city, beyond the tourist stuff. What makes it tick? What makes it special? The good, the bad, and all that.
Yeah, definitely a city with a lot of layers to peel back, for sure.
Absolutely. And we've got two main sources to help us out today. One's a general overview of Mumbai, and the other digs into some of its challenges.
Yeah, it's fascinating 'cause a lot of people probably just think Bollywood when they hear Mumbai, but it's so much more than that. It's really India's financial engine.
Right, right. I know it's a major economic hub, but just how big are we talking?
We're talking huge. Mumbai contributes a whole 6% to India's GDP.
6%.
Mm.
Wow, okay, that puts things in perspective. So it's not all just glitz and glamour then.
No, not at all. I mean, it's home to the Bombay Stock Exchange, one of the oldest in Asia.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And it just draws in these massive financial institutions, multinational corporations, the whole nine yards. It's a global player in finance, no doubt.
And I bet its location has a lot to do with that,
Mm.
right on the Arabian Sea.
Exactly. That coastal location has shaped its whole destiny, really. For centuries, it's been a major port city, connecting India to the world through trade and all sorts of cultural exchange.
And that legacy continues today, right? With Mumbai being this vital link in global commerce.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So you've got this ancient port city that's also a modern financial powerhouse. Kind of a tale of two cities in a way.
Total city of contrasts. Like I can picture it sipping chai with a street vendor in the shadow of some massive skyscraper.
You got it. And it's not just the architecture, it's everything. The people, the languages, the religions. Mumbai is like this amazing blend of communities and traditions all smashed together.
Which makes me think the food scene there must be out of this world.
Oh, absolutely. You can literally have Michelin-starred restaurants right next to incredible street food stalls, all serving up this amazing fusion of Indian flavors and international influences. A real feast for the senses, for sure.
Man, now I'm getting hungry. But okay, let's shift gears a bit. Rapid growth like that comes at a price, right?
Uh-huh.
Our sources definitely point to some tension between all this progress and, well, sustainability.
Right. Mumbai's got this amazing energy and ambition, but definitely facing some growing pains along the way. Things like overcrowding, not enough housing, struggling infrastructure.
Yeah, almost like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
This amazing economic and cultural boom, but these huge problems looming in the background.
Yeah, exactly. And you can really see it in places like Dharavi, one of the biggest slums in the world. A stark reminder of the gap between the haves and have-nots in Mumbai.
And it's not just the social challenges, right? Our sources also talk about the impact on the environment. All that growth takes its toll.
Yeah, for sure. Mumbai's dealing with some heavy environmental issues, air and water pollution, flooding during monsoon season. The strain on resources is immense, especially with the population constantly growing. It's a lot for any city to handle.
Wow, it's almost like a microcosm of the challenges facing so many cities around the world.
You could say that. But I think what's really remarkable about Mumbai is its resilience, its ability to adapt and find creative solutions. Even with all these hurdles, there's this drive to push forward, make things better.
That's inspiring to hear. It's like they haven't given up. They're still fighting for their city.
Exactly. It's really quite something.
Yeah, that fighting spirit really comes through. And I know Mumbai has got this whole startup scene that's exploding right now. I bet that plays a part.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a breeding ground for innovation there. All these startups popping up, tackling everything from like sustainable waste management to new transportation systems.
Wow. So they're not just trying to fix problems. They're really looking to the future.
Yeah, they're trying to build a better Mumbai. And it's not just the startups. The city itself is really investing in these smart city initiatives.
Right, I read about that. Trying to make Mumbai more efficient and all.
Yeah, using technology to tackle things like traffic, pollution, even getting ready for natural disasters. Pretty
Mhm.
cutting edge stuff.
It's amazing what they're doing with tech to solve these urban problems.
Yeah.
So we've got this blend of old and new, the challenges and the innovations. I wonder if that's part of what draws people to Mumbai in the first place.
I think it definitely plays a role. Mumbai's got this energy,
Hmm.
this fast-paced rhythm that can be exhilarating and overwhelming at the same time.
I bet. You mentioned the food before, but what else would you say someone absolutely has to experience in Mumbai?
Well, you can't talk about Mumbai without mentioning Bollywood, of course. It's not just an industry there. It's like woven into the city's DNA. You might even stumble upon a film shoot while you're exploring.
Oh, that would be so cool. What about the historical side? We touched on its colonial past. Any must-see landmarks?
Oh, for sure. The Gateway of India is iconic. built to commemorate King George V and Queen Mary's visit back in 1911.
Ah, okay.
Beautiful example of Indo-Saracenic architecture and a really popular spot for locals and tourists alike.
I've seen pictures. It's gorgeous.
Hmm.
And you mentioned the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus before. What's the story there?
That's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Stunning Victorian Gothic architecture. But with these Indian design elements mixed in, it's a busy train station, but it's also a work of art, really.
So we've got Bollywood, historical landmarks, incredible food. Sounds like Mumbai really does have something for everyone. But going back to those challenges we talked about, how do they actually impact daily life for people who live there?
Well, you have to remember that Mumbai is a city of extremes. You've got incredible wealth and luxury existing right alongside poverty and hardship. And the effects of overcrowding, the lack of infrastructure, that's something a lot of people face every day.
It's like that contrast we talked about before. It's not just to the city itself, it's in people's lives too.
Exactly. The glamour and the grit, they go hand in hand. And I think that's what makes Mumbai so compelling. It constantly challenges your perceptions, makes you see the world in new ways.
Yeah, makes you wonder how people navigate those extremes on a daily basis. How do they make it work?
And that's where you see that resilience again. Despite the challenges, there's this amazing sense of community, the spirit of just persevering. People help each other out, they find creative solutions, they keep moving forward. It's pretty amazing.
It really is. Reminds you that even when things are tough, there's always hope, always the chance for positive change. But I'm curious, with all these challenges, does Mumbai still hold that same appeal? Do people still dream of making it big there?
Oh, absolutely. It's still a magnet for dreamers and doers from all over India and the world. Mumbai represents opportunity, excitement, the chance to be part of something truly unique.
Sounds like it's a city that gets under your skin, a place that stays with you long after you leave.
That's a perfect way to put it. It challenges you, it inspires you, and it definitely leaves its mark on you.
So, taking a step back after all this, diving deep into Mumbai's culture, its challenges, its resilience, what's the one thing we want our listener to take away from all this? What makes this city so special?
It's almost like Mumbai is a reflection of modern India itself. Yeah, I think that's a great point. It really embodies that dynamism, that ambition, and yeah, even the growing pains of a country that's changing so rapidly.
Right, and it's doing all of this with this incredible energy. It's almost like you can feel it.
Definitely. It's not a city that shies away from its problems. It
No.
tackles them head on, constantly searching for solutions and striving for a better future. That spirit of resilience and innovation is what really makes Mumbai stand out.
It really does make you think. Knowing all this now about Mumbai, would we be willing to dive into that whirlwind, the challenges, the opportunities, all of it?
That's the big question, isn't it? Could you handle the crowds, the constant hustle, those stark contrasts? Or would it all just be too much? Something to think about.
No right or wrong answer there, but definitely food for thought. Mumbai is not for everyone, that's for sure.
But for those who are looking for adventure, for cultural immersion, for a glimpse into the heart of modern India, Mumbai is a city that will stay with you.
Well said. So to our listener, we encourage you to keep exploring. We've only scratched the surface here. Dive into the sources we shared, do some more research, and see what sparks your curiosity.
And hey, who knows, maybe you'll even be inspired to plan a trip someday.
That would be amazing. And if you do, we'd love to hear all about it. What fascinated you? What surprised you? What questions do you still have?
But until then, keep exploring, keep diving deep into the world around you.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a new topic. Stay curious.